Hey, this is Tom with Creepy Stir Fry, where we look at the odd, mystical, and supernatural. Today, we are going to discuss cryptids in the Midwestern United States, so let's get started. Popular cryptids like Bigfoot, Nessie, and Mothman have fascinated and mystified people for generations, and they continue to inspire books, movies, and investigations into their possible existence. What I'm going to cover in this episode are some of the lesser-known cryptids who supposedly reside in the Midwest. Michigan Dogman is a cryptid often described as a werewolf-like creature with the body of a man and a head of a wolf or a dog. Standing on two legs with a muscular figure, it is often said to be covered in fur, with sharp claws, fangs, and a fearsome howl. Sightings of the Dogman have been reported primarily in the northwestern regions of Michigan, particularly in the Manistee and Wexford counties. The Michigan Dogman legend can be traced back to at least the late 19th century. One of the earliest reports comes from 1887, when a local newspaper in Wexford County published a story about a strange creature sighted by a group of lumberjacks. The creature was described as having the body of a man and the head of a dog. However, the Dogman didn't become a well-known entity until much later. The modern legend of the Michigan Dogman really gained traction in the 1980s, after a man named Steve Cook released a song titled The Legend, which became a popular local anthem and further spreaded the myth. The song and subsequent tales portrayed the Dogman as a terrifying creature that terrorized local residents and hunters. Most sightings claim the Dogman is aggressive or at least threatening, though it's not always reported as attacking people. Instead, it might simply appear out of nowhere, lurking in the woods or alongside roads. The Michigan Dogman has become a key figure in Michigan's cryptid lore. There are multiple websites, books, and media centered on the creature, and it even has an annual Dogman Festival in the town of Big Rapids, Michigan, where fans of cryptids gather to share stories and to celebrate the legend. Despite the large number of reported sightings and popular fascination with the creature, there is no scientific evidence supporting the existence of the Michigan Dogman. Skeptics argue that the sightings could be misidentifications of animals like wolves, dogs, or even large birds, or that they are simply fabrications of local folklore. However, incredible stories by credible people continue to this day, per the Detroit Free Press. While the Michigan Dogman has remained largely in the realm of urban legend, it continues to capture the imagination of those interested in cryptozoology, local folklore, and supernatural creatures. Whether the Dogman is a figment of a collective imagination or a truly elusive creature remains an open mystery. The Hodag is one of Wisconsin's most famous cryptids, a creature deeply embedded in local folklore. It is often described as a fearsome, horned beast with a body of a reptile, a head like an ox, and a spiked tail. In some descriptions, the Hodag is portrayed with bat-like wings. The creature is said to live in dense forests of northern Wisconsin and has become a symbol of the state. The legend of the Hodag began in the 1890s when a man named Eugene Shepard claimed to have discovered the creature. According to Shepard, he discovered the creature in the woods near Rhinelander, Wisconsin, and even presented a mounted specimen of the Hodag to local officials. In reality, Shepard had created the creature by using various animal parts and building fabricated skeleton, fooling many into believing in the Hodag's existence. Nevertheless, the legend quickly spread, and the Hodag became a sensation in the area. In fact, Rhinelander even became known as the Hodag capital of the world, and the creature is still part of local tourism with a statue of the Hodag in the town center. There is even an annual Hodag Country Festival, where it serves as a mascot for the community. Although the Hodag was originally a hoax, there have been supposed sightings of the beast. As recent as 2020, a Facebook user posted a picture of a Hodag pup basking in the early morning sun. Man, it's a shame they couldn't make the pup look more realistic. Despite being known as a hoax, the Hodag continues to capture people's imaginations and is a beloved part of Wisconsin's quirky and rich history of cryptids and folklore. The Wendigo is a mythological creature from Native American folklore, particularly associated with the Algonquin-speaking tribes, including the Ojibwe, Cree, and other groups in the northern regions of North America. Minnesota, with its dense forests, cold winters, along with its indigenous populations, is a place where Wendigo stories are especially prevalent. The region's harsh winters and isolation have contributed to the mythological surrounding the creature, often intertwined with themes of survival and the supernatural. The Wendigo is often depicted as a malevolent, supernatural being that embodies insatiable greed, gluttony, and the desire for human flesh. In the folklore of the Ojibwe and other tribes, the Wendigo is said to be a spirit or creature that can possess humans and drive them to active cannibalism. It's often described as a gaunt, emaciated being with pale skin, glowing eyes, sharp claws, and an overpowering hunger for human flesh. The Wendigo is usually associated with winter months when food was scarce, and it serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of greed, selfishness, and violating taboos. Some indigenous historians believe Wendigo symbolizes European greed, violence, and land theft against indigenous peoples. Wendigo lore is not only found in tribal communities, it also persists in modern stories and folklore. Residents in Minnesota, particularly in remote areas, have reported eerie encounters or sightings that may relate to the Wendigo, often with mysterious disappearances or strange noises in the woods. The myth is particularly tied to the northern part of Minnesota, including the Boundary Waters Canoe Area Wilderness, a vast wilderness region in the northeast part of the state. One origin story consists of once human hunter who turned into a beast after eating human flesh. Allegedly, there was one that made multiple appearances in Roselle, Minnesota from the late 1800s to the 1920s. Each time a sighting was reported, an unexpected death followed. Wendigo, in my opinion, is the creepiest cryptid on this list, and its origin in Minnesota's deep wilderness and cold environment provide a fitting backdrop for this terrifying creature. The Big Muddy Monster is a cryptid reportedly seen in the southern part of Illinois, particularly near the Big Muddy River. This creature is said to be a large, ape-like animal, often described as standing around 7 to 9 feet tall with dark hair or fur. Sightings of the Big Muddy Monster have been reported from several decades, especially around the town of Murfreesboro. Southern Illinois is also host to the Shawnee National Forest, which spans 289,000 acres and features oak hickory forests, flourishing wetlands, grassy open lands, lush canyons, sheer bluffs, and unique geological features. Similar to other Bigfoot-like creatures, the Big Muddy Monster is thought to be elusive, with few actual sightings, leaving its existence unproven. However, the creature has become a local legend and even has a festival dedicated to it, the Big Muddy Monster Festival, where enthusiasts gather to celebrate the mystery and lore surrounding the creature. While many explanations for the sightings exist, including hoaxes or misidentifications of animals, the Big Muddy Monster remains a part of local folklore, intriguing both cryptid hunters and the curious alike. And here is last on the list, and personally the most intriguing to me. The Van Meter Visitor is a mysterious cryptid associated with Van Meter, a small town in Iowa. This creature became infamous after a series of strange events in September of 1903 and has since become an enduring part of local legend. The story of the Van Meter Visitor began on the night of September 29, 1903, when a strange creature was reported to have appeared in the town. Over the course of several nights, multiple people witnessed this enigmatic being. The creature was described as a large, winged humanoid creature, about 7 feet tall, with bat-like wings, a glowing horn protruding from its head, and bright, glowing eyes. The horn was reportedly capable of emitting a strong, blinding light. The first eyewitness report came from a local businessman named U.G. Griffin, who saw the creature on the evening of the 29th. He described it as having an eerie, almost supernatural appearance, moving quickly and flying away when approached. Over the next few nights, more sightings were reported by local citizens, including a doctor and a banker, who claimed to have seen the creature in the town's streets. The sightings were accompanied by strange noises and intense light emitted from the creature's horn. On the fourth night, a group of residents, including Griffin and a local lawman, reportedly tried to confront the creature. They fired shots at it, but the creature allegedly flew off into the sky, disappearing into the distance. No one reported seeing it again after this night. There are several theories regarding the nature of Van Meter Visitor. Some believe it was previously known species, perhaps a large bat or an owl, altered by glowing light due to some environmental factor. Some suggest the creature could have been an alien origin, especially given the glowing horn and the strange events surrounding the sightings. Skeptics argue that the entire episode could have been a series of misunderstandings or an elaborate hoax. This creature, more than any other on the list, intrigues me because of the credible eyewitnesses and the fact that there is no real basis of this creature in historical folklore. The Van Meter Visitor story has remained a popular subject of discussion among cryptid enthusiasts, and it has inspired books, documentaries, and podcasts. The event has contributed to the broader folklore of Iowa and the Midwest, where a variety of cryptids, including Mothman and other winged creatures, are said to exist. In recent years, the Van Meter visitor has gained attention from paranormal investigators and has been incorporated into discussions of UFO phenomena and cryptozoology. The town of Van Meter even hosts a Van Meter Visitor Festival to celebrate the mysterious creature and its place in local legend. Whether the Van Meter visitor was a misidentified creature, a case of mass hysteria, or something truly supernatural, it remains a fascinating and mysterious part of American folklore. Well, that wraps up the list. We will be putting out more episodes soon, so come check back. And if you like the content, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.